are hurting. Over the last few years, everything has gotten more expensive, from the cost of groceries to the cost of housing.
Tourists are avoiding Florida like it has emotional herpes. Florida tourism is down, beach businesses are dying, and the people are somehow surprised about it. Come to Florida, where the sun burns your skin and the governor burns your identity. It's so politically toxic that even the alligators are switching parties.
Last year, Canadians made over 20 million visits to the U.S. and spent more than $20 billion here. But this year, many are not coming to America.
So it looks like some Florida beach community businesses are struggling with a lack of summer tourism. And it looks like they can't seem to figure out why.
For us either.
I don't know if it's the hurricane, the economy, a mix of the two, but we've definitely been, everybody around here that I spoke to has been down about 30%.
But, I have a couple of ideas as to why this is possibly happening. I'm gonna venture a guess and say that it has something to do that happened back in November of 2024. I mean, our Canadian neighbors from the north are cutting back on traveling to the US. And even other international visitors are cutting back on traveling to the US because of political tensions. And it looks like spending from international visitors is looking to drop by $8.5 billion this year, as estimates show. Also, people have less disposable income because of rising cost of food, as well as bills and everything else.
Florida has over 2 million empty homes, yet it's still one of the most unaffordable places to live. Let's make this make some sense.
Florida has averaged 180,000 homes for sale. That's the largest number in state history.
And whether it's the high cost of insurance, moving after hurricanes, or rising condo fees, more people than ever before are...
If illegal immigrants, undocumented, unregistered, illegal immigrants in the state of Florida were stealing U.S. jobs, and that the only reason why U.S. citizens couldn't get a job anymore is because of all these illegal immigrants that are criminals, why is it that a month later, after one of the biggest raids on construction sites in Florida happened, why is it most of those jobs are still vacant? Why is it that a bunch of U.S. citizens didn't run to start taking on all of those jobs that now became free because all of the illegal immigrants that are supposedly criminals are detained or have been deported out of the state and the country? I'm just wondering. I mean, I don't want to apply logic and reason when it seems to be in scarce supply here. But what I know is that apparently this administration and this governor of Florida has preached this whole big narrative that we need to get rid of the illegal immigrants because they're criminals. But yet the stats that are coming back now show that less than 30% of the immigrants that were detained or in detainment right now at ICE facilities or have been deported out of the country don't even have a criminal record. So you're detaining people on the pretenses they might cause a crime. That's fine because we've got an actual felon in the White House, but yet nobody has a problem with that.
Florida beaches are empty because racism don't pay the bills. Now, those beaches and businesses are empty in Florida, and the business owners are scratching their head. They're like, I don't understand what's happening and why this is going on. This is what happens when you build your entire platform on bigotry and fear. When you spend years attacking immigrants, the very people who visit your state, spend money in your hotels, eat at your restaurants, buy your tacky ass beach towels. Don't act shocked when they stop showing up. And understand, it's not just tourists who aren't coming to Florida. When you squeeze the working class like a lemon, there is no juice left for joy. You think people got beach money right now? People can't even afford to go outside. And all those Trump tariffs, those weren't on corporations. Those were Trump taxes on us. Prices went up, jobs got cut, and now folks are choosing between groceries and gas, not plane tickets to Clearwater. And y'all made Florida a hostile environment, honestly. And not just for immigrants, but also for black people, LGBTQ, teachers, hell, even librarians. Y'all made the beach a battleground. So now it's just you and those overpriced souvenir stands collecting dust. And now conservative business owners are mad. But they're mad at the consequences of the policies that they voted for. Baby, this ain't karma. This is cause and effect. Conservative policies destroy communities, period. So ask yourself, how long are you guys going to continue to vote against your own business?
Catastrophic loss to tourism in Florida just from Canadians.
A lot of them will not come because of Trump and what was going on with Canada. They just don't want to come and spend their money here. The cost of living here has changed a lot. Everything went up.
It's no secret Canadian snowbirds haven't been flocking to South Florida lately. President Trump's immigration rules and tariffs have caused controversy in Canada.
The greater Fort Lauderdale is expecting up to 150,000 fewer visitors from Canada. You know, they make up one of the largest groups of international visitors to South Florida. According to Visit Lauderdale, Canadian visitors...
Trump has cost South Florida $90 million and climbing just from Canadians. Just from Canadians. But wait, it gets worse. Did you know the entire world is boycotting the United States of America in tourism? Did you know that we are right now on track to lose $31 billion in tourism alone just in 2025? And that is an estimate. And yes, it has grown. Trump is destroying the USA. Do you agree? Have you canceled your trips to the USA? Drop your comments below.
Whoa, hold on. The news is out. Newsweek is out about Florida. Florida real estate. Florida real estate, not just part of the state, the whole state is crashing. The whole state is suffering. Prices are falling and falling fast throughout the state. Why? We've been talking about it on this channel for over 2 years. Taxes are high. HOA fees are high. Insurance continues to go higher and higher and higher. That's if you can even get it. Florida real estate is in big trouble, and Newsweek spells it out. Basically what I've been saying for over 2 years. You just can't make a decent living in Florida. There's just not enough jobs. There's not enough opportunity. And even if you do have a decent job, the expenses are just getting completely out of hand. And people are now moving out of Florida in droves. Like and follow for more. We'll be talking a lot more about Florida real estate because the crash is on. Like and follow for more.
So apparently Florida is in desperate need of construction workers. Imagine that. Yeah. So in the construction industry, they're having a hard time contracting workers. And these extreme temperatures that nobody wants to work in, they're having a hard time finding any gringo workers. But you all were out here complaining, hollering, deport, and they're taking our jobs. And imagine a situation wherein Florida needs construction workers. Hello? Wake up, America. Where's our workers at? Where's these people that are needing all of these jobs? Because apparently there's some openings and there's not a wait list. Might want to go and apply.
Florida has over 2 million empty homes, yet it's still one of the most unaffordable places to live. Let's make this make some sense. So let's break this down. There are over 2 million homes in Florida that are sitting unused, unoccupied. And yet the state is in a full-blown housing crisis. People can't find affordable housing. Houses just keeps going up like Beyonce's ticket prices. And the kicker? Insurance companies are raising premiums like it's a new hurricane every week, and it's nothing even going on right now. Yeah, we've had no new hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico. In the Gulf of America, we've had nothing. So my question is, who is actually really benefiting in Florida from keeping those homes empty? Because somebody has to be benefiting from that. So they keep the homes empty and the rates high. Then who's really winning in that situation? Really? What's your thought? Why do you think they have so many homes sitting vacant in Florida and why their insurance rates are sky high? What do you think is really going on?
So all the illegal immigrants have been hunted by ICE agents all through Florida, and Florida construction, what a shocker, at a standstill. That's right, because while all the illegal immigrants have either been detained by ICE or are hiding because they don't want to even deal with ICE at all, shocker enough, American citizens haven't rushed to take those jobs. That's right, because even though the American citizens have all claimed that illegal immigrants are stealing jobs from Americans, none of them have actually gone out to do those jobs that the immigrants aren't doing anymore. So construction, surprise, sitting at a standstill. You've got vacancies and job openings all over, but yet nobody wants them. Why? Because immigrants of this country were doing jobs that Americans didn't want to do. If I'm wrong, leave a comment. If you agree with me, repost this and share it with more people.
Florida is having an FAFO moment to the tune of $218 million. That is the amount of money that Florida spent to renovate a remote airport training facility into Alligator Alcatraz. Last week, a judge ruled that Alligator Alcatraz needed to be shut down, not because of human rights violations, which we know are happening, but because of environmental impact. Indigenous people groups are celebrating as they shared that this was sacred land and it was destroying wetlands. Florida built this facility on their own dime, hoping that FEMA would reimburse them later down the road. But now that the facility is being shut down, they may be out all of this money. They also are going to have to spend between $15 and $20 million to tear it down. This is all happening when Florida is experiencing a huge budget crisis across the state, along with a real estate crisis. Insurance companies are leaving the state in droves as the climate crisis continues.